The most dangerous individuals in the world are not those who shout their opinions from the rooftops or demand attention through flamboyant displays. Instead, they are the ones who remain silent, yet see everything. These individuals possess an aura of quiet power, an unsettling presence that commands respect without uttering a single word. There is something profoundly unnerving about someone who never flinches, never argues, and most importantly, never needs to. They simply observe, absorbing everything around them with the calculated precision of a predator waiting in the shadows. While the world around them is consumed by noise and chaos, these chosen ones exude an almost supernatural calmness, making their presence both intimidating and mystifying. Here lies the irony of human nature. We are inherently bad at concealing our true intentions. No matter how hard we try to mask our thoughts and feelings, our microexpressions, body language, and unintended slip-ups inevitably betray us. To the untrained eye, these subtle signs might go unnoticed, but to the anointed ones, they are as clear as day. These individuals are not just passive observers. They are masters of perception, capable of reading energies and intentions with unnerving accuracy. They operate as human lie detectors, capable of dismantling facades and exposing truths with little more than a knowing glance. Their silent scrutiny is a force to be reckoned with, and their ability to disrupt without a single word is what makes them so profoundly powerful. To understand their power, one must also recognize their patience. The anointed ones are not quick to act or speak without purpose. They bide their time, watching the world unfold, allowing others to reveal their own flaws and weaknesses. This patience is not born of indifference, but of deliberate strategy. They know that true influence does not come from impulsive reactions, but from thoughtful, calculated responses. Their strength lies in their ability to remain composed, even in the face of provocation, and to choose their moments with precision and care. Yet it would be a mistake to view these individuals solely through a lens of fear. There is an almost comical side to witnessing someone unravel under their quiet gaze. It is akin to watching a cat attempt to reclaim its dignity after an ungraceful fall. The mixture of awkwardness, hilarity, and pity in such moments serves as a reminder of our shared humanity. The anointed ones may seem otherworldly in their ability to see through the noise, but their power ultimately highlights the fragility and humor of human nature. What truly sets these individuals apart is their unwavering sense of purpose. While many are consumed by the pursuit of recognition, status, or power, the anointed ones are driven by something deeper. They understand the value of authenticity and the strength that comes from being true to oneself. Their silence is not a void, but a space filled with intention, reflection, and profound insight. This is why their presence feels so commanding. It is not just what they do, but who they are that makes them extraordinary. In a world driven by sound and fury, the anointed ones choose stillness. Their strength lies not in their ability to dominate through force, but in their unwavering composure and profound understanding of the human psyche. They remind us that true power often speaks in whispers, not roars, and that the most potent disruptions come not from noise, but from silence. Through their example, they teach us the importance of observation, patience, and purpose, urging us to look beyond the surface and embrace the power that lies within quiet understanding. What makes these quiet warriors so terrifying? 1. Mastery of pattern recognition. The individuals we call chosen ones possess an extraordinary ability to detect patterns in human behavior, motives, and plans. To outsiders, their talent may seem almost supernatural, but in truth, it is deeply rooted in their unparalleled powers of observation and profound understanding of human nature. This capability is not a sudden gift, but a skill carefully cultivated over years of attentive observation, relentless learning, and keen analysis of the subtleties that escape the average eye. While many people find themselves ensnared by the noise of surface-level actions, these quiet warriors remain attuned to the bigger picture. Their minds work like finely calibrated machines, piecing together fragmented information into a cohesive whole. They perceive far more than just words. They decode nuances in tone, rhythm, body language, and even the pauses that punctuate a conversation. Each interaction becomes a layered tapestry of hidden meanings, a map that gradually reveals the deeper truths concealed beneath appearances. This talent is not confined to identifying dishonesty. It extends to recognizing the strategic moves people make to manipulate, distract, or gain dominance in a situation. The Chosen One's ability to foresee actions grants them a distinct advantage, allowing them to avoid impulsive reactions. Instead, they rely on their foresight to craft calculated responses that outmaneuver others with surgical precision. Imagine engaging in a game of chess where your opponent not only anticipates your every move, but understands your strategy better than you do. By the time you grasp the stakes, they have already mastered the rules, identified the key players, and envisioned the likely outcomes. This level of preparedness enables them to navigate complex situations effortlessly. They recognize when someone is inching toward confrontation, setting up a subtle trap, or cloaking their intentions in false congeniality. Their mastery of pattern recognition is profoundly disconcerting because it operates so quietly, almost imperceptibly. People rarely realize they are being studied until it is too late. The Chosen Ones exude a calm and composed demeanor, which only amplifies their enigmatic aura. This subtle yet pervasive strength makes them appear untouchable and incomprehensible, leaving others to wonder just how much they truly know. However, their abilities extend beyond mere observation. These warriors do not simply watch. They adapt and prepare with unyielding focus. Their talent for decoding human intentions is not just a skill, it is a tactical weapon. While others scramble to respond to immediate challenges, the Chosen Ones are already envisioning what lies ahead, positioning themselves advantageously for the inevitable outcomes. They are not reactionary, but anticipatory, and this distinction is what sets them apart. What makes these quiet warriors so unsettling is not just their ability to understand what is happening, but their capacity to foresee what is yet to come. They possess a unique gift for seeing connections others overlook and predicting the ripples that current actions will create in the future. This foresight allows them to shape outcomes rather than merely reacting to them. Their strength lies not in loud proclamations or overt displays of dominance, but in their ability to influence events from behind the scenes. They are architects of strategy, crafting intricate plans while maintaining a sense of detachment that shields them from distraction. Their silence is not weakness, but a calculated reserve, a reservoir of power that is unleashed only when the timing is perfect. Through their mastery of pattern recognition, the Chosen Ones remind us of a profound truth. True strength often resides in quiet understanding. It is the ability to perceive what others cannot, to remain composed in the face of chaos, and to act decisively when the moment calls for it. Their presence is a testament to the power of awareness, preparation, and the wisdom to harness these qualities in ways that leave others in awe and sometimes in fear. 2. Intuition that feels supernatural. The Chosen Ones possess an intuition that feels less like a skill and more like a superpower. Their ability to sense shifts in energy, intent, and unspoken dynamics is so precise it borders on the supernatural. It's not guesswork. It's a deep, instinctual understanding of people and their motivations, often before a single word is exchanged. This heightened intuition comes from their unmatched awareness. They notice the smallest details, a slight hesitation in a handshake, the subtle tension in someone's shoulders, or the faintest change in tone. To them, these aren't random signals. They're part of an intricate language that most people overlook. The Chosen Ones have essentially cracked the code of human behavior, understanding what drives people, what they fear, and what they're hiding. What makes this gift so unnerving is its speed. While others are still piecing together clues, the Chosen Ones have already drawn conclusions that are eerily accurate. It's as if they can see the invisible threads connecting people's actions to their intentions. This ability extends to environments and situations. They can sense when a conversation is about to take a dark turn or when the energy in a room shifts from calm to tense. This gift gives them an edge that feels almost otherworldly. Being around someone who seems to know what you're thinking, even before you do, is both fascinating and unnerving. 3. Aura of unpredictability. The chosen ones thrive on unpredictability, and it's one of their greatest strengths. They are impossible to pin down, which confuses and unsettles people who crave predictability. In a world where most people follow patterns and routines, reacting the same way to the same situations, the chosen ones break the mold entirely. They don't act based on expectations or social cues, and that alone is enough to throw anyone off balance. This unpredictability doesn't come from randomness, it's deliberate. They know that being too predictable gives others the power to anticipate and control them, so they remain fluid, constantly shifting in ways that make them difficult to read. One moment, they might seem reserved and introspective, the next sharp and assertive. It's not inconsistency, it's strategy. They move like a shadow, just out of reach, making it impossible for others to feel comfortable in their presence. Their refusal to conform to expectations creates an aura of mystery. People naturally try to figure them out, but the harder they try, the more elusive the chosen ones become. This mystery forces people to second-guess everything, from their assumptions to their own behavior. It's a psychological chess game, and the chosen ones are always a few moves ahead. What makes their unpredictability even more intimidating is that it's not done for show. They're not interested in proving anything to anyone. Their actions are driven by purpose, and that makes them impossible to manipulate. While others play by rules that make them easy to control, the chosen ones create their own, keeping everyone else perpetually off balance. It's not just a defense mechanism, it's an art form. 4. Weaponizing their stillness. The stillness of the chosen ones is not an absence of action. It's a deliberate and calculated presence. While others panic, rush to justify themselves, or flinch under scrutiny, the chosen ones remain composed, unbothered, and unwavering. This stillness is their shield, their weapon, and their strategy, creating a tension so thick that it forces others to unravel under the weight of their own insecurities. This isn't just about staying quiet. It's about controlling the energy of a moment. The chosen ones understand that the world thrives on reaction. People expect movement, words, or some sign of weakness to latch onto. When they don't get it, they're left flailing, unsure of how to proceed. That silence, that immovable presence, becomes suffocating, forcing their opponents to fill the void with their own mistakes. Stillness doesn't mean passivity. The chosen ones use it to observe, analyze, and adapt. Their lack of outward response isn't indecision, it's strategy. While others scramble to fix the narrative or over-explain their motives, the chosen ones wait, gathering every piece of information without revealing a single thought. It's a mental chess game where their lack of visible moves leaves everyone else second-guessing theirs. This unshakable stillness also radiates authority. It sends a clear message: I am in control, no matter the chaos around me. That kind of self-possession is rare and powerful. People don't just respect it, they fear it. The harder others push, the more they expose their own weaknesses, while the chosen ones remain unyielding. In a world of noise and chaos, the ability to weaponize stillness is a superpower. It disarms, it intimidates, and it forces others to confront their own instability, leaving the chosen ones the last ones standing, unscathed and in command. 5. Turning fear into their fuel. The chosen ones have an extraordinary ability to transform fear into fuel, using it as a tool to strengthen their presence rather than weaken it. They understand a fundamental truth. Fear often has little to do with them and everything to do with the person feeling it. Intimidation, after all, is a mirror. People project their insecurities, doubts, and weaknesses onto those who refuse to conform to their expectations. This is where the chosen ones excel. They don't shy away from the discomfort their presence causes. They lean into it. They remain composed, calm, and centered, even in situations designed to provoke or unnerve them. This unshakable demeanor amplifies the intimidation factor, forcing others to confront their own internal chaos while the chosen ones stay firmly in control. Their ability to remain poised in the face of fear, whether it's their own or someone else's, is what sets them apart. They don't let fear dictate their actions. Instead, they channel it into focus, clarity, and strategy. Fear becomes less of a hindrance and more of an ally, sharpening their instincts and pushing them to operate at their highest level. What makes this truly remarkable is how effortless it appears. While others scramble to mask their fear or overcompensate with bravado, the chosen ones don't need to. Their confidence isn't performative. It's deeply rooted in self-awareness and resilience. This composure is what unnerves others the most. It's a reminder that the chosen ones can thrive in situations that would unravel most people. In a world where fear controls so many, the chosen ones stand out as those who not only face it head-on, but turn it into an advantage, using it to quietly dominate every space they enter. 6. Detachment, the ultimate superpower. The chosen ones possess an extraordinary ability to detach, and it's this detachment that gives them an almost untouchable power. They don't cling to outcomes, validation, or the need to be understood, while the world around them is obsessed with control and attachment, chasing approval, winning arguments, or fearing failure. The chosen ones remain immune. This detachment makes them a mystery, an enigma that others can neither predict nor manipulate. By refusing to attach themselves to external factors, they strip others of their power to control them. You can't corner someone who doesn't care about your opinion, nor can you bait someone who isn't emotionally invested in your traps. The chosen one's neutrality in the face of drama and chaos leaves people scrambling to understand their next move, often projecting their own insecurities onto them in the process. This detachment isn't indifference, it's wisdom. They understand that clinging to outcomes creates unnecessary suffering. Whether they win or lose, gain or lose approval, they remain steady because their sense of self isn't tied to external circumstances. They move through life with a kind of quiet assurance, knowing they'll adapt and thrive no matter the situation. This makes them unshakable. While others become frantic when things don't go as planned, the chosen ones calmly adapt, unburdened by the need to force control. Their ability to let go of what they can't influence isn't a weakness, it's their ultimate strength. For those who rely on emotional hooks or drama to exert power, the chosen ones are a nightmare. Their detachment creates a dynamic where the usual tactics don't work. It's like trying to grasp water. It slips through your fingers, leaving you frustrated, while they remain untouchable and free. The chosen ones operate on a level that most people can't comprehend. They don't need validation, applause, or recognition to feel secure in who they are. Their confidence isn't tied to titles, achievements, or the approval of others. It's internal, solid, and unshakable. This absence of ego doesn't just make them different, it makes them untouchable. In a world obsessed with proving worth, the chosen ones stand apart by simply not engaging in the game. They don't need to shout about their successes or dominate conversations to feel powerful. Their actions, not their words, do the talking. This refusal to posture or compete baffles and intimidates those whose sense of self-worth depends entirely on external validation. When confronted by someone with no ego to exploit, people find themselves at a loss. The usual tactics, flattery, provocation, even criticism, fall flat. You can't shake someone who doesn't hinge their identity on others' opinions. It's like trying to punch a shadow, untouchable, immovable, and maddeningly elusive. This lack of ego doesn't mean the chosen ones are passive or indifferent. On the contrary, it allows them to operate with clarity and purpose. They're not distracted by pride or the need to prove their superiority, which means they can focus on what truly matters. Their decisions are driven by wisdom, not vanity, making them incredibly effective. For those still clinging to their egos, the chosen ones serve as a stark reminder of what true confidence looks like. It's not loud or flashy. It's quiet, steady, and undeniable. And that's what unnerves others the most. Knowing they can't control, manipulate, or break someone whose self-worth is completely their own. 8. They redefine power dynamics. The chosen ones don't engage in power struggles the way most people do. They don't chase it, fight for it, or even try to claim it through force. Instead, they allow others to hand it over, often without even realizing they're doing so. They don't play by the traditional rules of dominance. They quietly flip the script, shifting the power dynamics in ways that leave others scrambling to understand how it even happened. By remaining calm, composed, and observant, the chosen ones don't just participate in the game, they change its very nature. While others bicker, argue, or attempt to prove themselves, the chosen ones watch, learn, and wait. And bide their time. Their stillness isn't passivity, it's strategic positioning. They know that true power isn't about loud declarations or visible control. It's about influence, patience, and the ability to shift the mental and emotional landscape. While others exhaust themselves fighting for position in the physical world, the chosen ones take the battlefield to the mental and emotional realms, where they reign supreme. Here, they understand something that most don't. Control over one's emotions and thoughts is the most powerful form of influence. By staying emotionally grounded and mentally sharp, the chosen ones effortlessly manipulate situations, subtly steering outcomes without ever making it obvious they were behind the wheel. This is why they don't need to scream for attention or chase the limelight. They already own the room. Their silent influence shapes decisions, changes perceptions, and manipulates outcomes without a single word being spoken. The chosen ones don't seek power. They redefine what power is. It's not about taking control. It's about allowing others to give it to you, all while they never realize it's been taken in the first place. 9. They force people to confront themselves. The chosen ones possess an uncanny ability to make others confront themselves, not by speaking or pointing fingers, but by simply existing in the same space. They don't need to say a word to stir up a storm. Their presence alone acts as a mirror, reflecting back the insecurities, flaws, and hidden motives of everyone around them. It's as though they hold up a silent, unblinking reflection that forces others to look at the truths they've been avoiding. Truths they'd rather keep buried. What makes this so intimidating isn't that the chosen ones are throwing judgment or criticisms their way. It's that the people being observed are now forced to see themselves through a lens they're not ready for. Their weaknesses, insecurities, and contradictions all become glaringly obvious in the stillness and quiet of the chosen one's gaze. For many, this exposure is excruciating. The chosen ones aren't doing anything to provoke it. They're simply standing there, making no move, yet all the while forcing others to face the harsh realities of their own behavior. The discomfort isn't caused by what the chosen ones are doing. It's caused by what the people around them are doing to themselves. The chosen ones merely highlight the discrepancies between who someone pretends to be and who they truly are. This discomfort comes from within, from the mirror being held up so firmly that they can't look away. In this way, it's not the chosen ones who are intimidating. It's the truth they force others to confront. And that truth, in all its raw, uncomfortable glory, is often the most terrifying thing of all. Number 10. Subtle but relentless influence. The chosen ones have mastered the art of influence in a way that's both subtle and relentless. Unlike those who try to command attention with loud words or grand gestures, they don't need to do anything overt to shift the dynamics of a room. Their presence alone changes the energy. It's as though they emit a quiet force that everyone around them instinctively aligns with, adjusting their behavior, their tone, their actions, without even realizing it. It's a kind of leadership that doesn't demand a stage or a microphone. The chosen ones don't fight for the spotlight. They create it around them effortlessly. Their calm confidence, the quiet assurance in their every movement, draws others in, guiding them toward their rhythm. People subconsciously start to follow their lead, whether it's in a conversation, a decision, or a group dynamic, because the chosen ones exude a magnetic influence that others can't help but respond to. This subtle power is what makes them so dangerous. They don't need to make a case for why they should be in charge. They simply are, and everyone around them feels it. It's leadership without the noise, without the need to assert dominance or micromanage. They lead by simply embodying the qualities others are drawn to: confidence, composure, wisdom. What's most impressive about this influence is its persistence. It's not fleeting or dependent on a specific moment. It's woven into the fabric of who they are, and as such it lasts. It's not about making a splash, it's about creating an undercurrent of influence that keeps flowing steadily, so quietly but powerfully that by the time others realize they've been subtly guided, it's already too late to fight it. Number 11, perception that feels like X-ray vision. The chosen ones have a perception that goes beyond the surface, a kind of observational prowess that feels almost like X-ray vision. When they look at someone, it's not just the words or actions they're observing. It's the hidden layers underneath. People can feel it, a quiet intensity that makes them believe they're being seen in ways they don't fully understand. It's as though their every move, every thought, and every intention is laid bare before the chosen ones, even when they're trying their hardest to hide it. This ability isn't just about seeing through lies. It's more profound than that. The chosen ones can see through the masked people wear, the facades they craft to protect themselves or project a certain image to the world. While most are fooled by carefully constructed personas, the chosen ones instantly recognize the gaps between the mask and the real person beneath it. They sense the fears, insecurities, and contradictions hiding in plain sight. What makes this even more unsettling is that the chosen ones don't need to say anything. They don't expose the masks or call out the lies. They simply observe and allow the truth to reveal itself. In the tension, in the small shifts, in the moments when someone is caught off guard by the depth of their gaze. It's like they have the ability to see into the soul without a single word spoken. This perception is a power in itself. The chosen ones don't just understand the world. They understand people on a level that others can't even comprehend. It's not about judging or exploiting this insight. It's about knowing and seeing the raw, unfiltered truths that everyone else works so hard to hide. And that kind of understanding makes them impossible to manipulate because they're not just seeing through the exterior, they're seeing through everything. Number 12, the art of strategic silence. The chosen ones have mastered the power of silence in a way that's nothing short of devastating. It's not the passive kind of silence born from fear or uncertainty. It's the deliberate kind, razor-sharp and intentional. When they sit back and say nothing, it's not because they don't have something to say. Quite the opposite. Their silence is louder than words, and it speaks volumes. This silence doesn't just fill the air, it invades the minds of those around them. It forces people to confront their own insecurities, doubts, and flaws. In a world where most are desperate to explain themselves, justify their actions, or fill every gap with noise, the chosen ones do the opposite. Their silence becomes a void so deep that it draws others into it, making them feel exposed, awkward, and vulnerable. What makes this tactic even more intimidating is its unpredictability. Most people are used to reactions: anger, agreement, denial, or even indifference. But silence? It's unnerving because it doesn't give anything away. It keeps people guessing, overthinking, and replaying their own words in their heads, searching for hidden meanings or flaws. The chosen ones know that silence is a test. It reveals who will crack under pressure, who's hiding something, and who can't stand the weight of their own thoughts. And when they do finally choose to speak, it's with precision. One well-placed sentence can hit harder than an entire speech, cutting through the noise like a blade. In a world obsessed with being heard, the chosen ones understand the true power lies in what isn't said. Silence isn't weakness, it's strength. It's the ability to hold space and make others realize they're the loudest in the room for all the wrong reasons. Number 13, the power of restraint. The chosen ones understand something that most people overlook. True power lies in restraint. They have learned the value of not acting, of holding back when the world expects them to move. Unlike others who feel compelled to react to every slight or prove their worth with every opportunity, the chosen ones remain calm, reserved, and selective in where they invest their energy. They know that not every battle is worth fighting and not every moment requires a response. It's not about being passive, it's about being strategic. By refusing to waste time on unnecessary conflicts or proving points that don't serve their larger purpose, they conserve their power for what truly matters. This restraint allows them to operate with unparalleled focus and clarity, knowing exactly when to act and when to remain still. While others exhaust themselves chasing after validation or wasting energy on trivial distractions, the chosen ones stay centered, their patience becoming a well of strength that's nearly impossible to break. This kind of patience is not passive waiting. It's a quiet confidence that understands the value of timing. It's the quiet strength that allows them to watch, listen, and assess before making their move. When they finally do take action, it's calculated, precise, and devastatingly effective. They don't squander their efforts on battles they don't need to fight. Instead, they choose their moments carefully, ensuring that when they strike, it's with everything they've got and always with purpose. It's this restraint that makes them unstoppable. It's not the constant movement or the loud gestures that win the game. It's the ability to wait, conserve energy, and act at precisely the right moment. The chosen ones are masters of timing, and that alone ensures their eventual success. The chosen ones, masters of presence and purpose. In the relentless noise and chaos of the modern world, where countless individuals exhaust themselves in an endless pursuit of fleeting goals, there emerges a rare and extraordinary group of people, untouchable, unhurried, and ultimately unstoppable. These are the chosen ones, individuals who do not just live but transcend the ordinary. They are not defined by their accomplishments alone, but by the profound way they approach life, radiating an energy that draws others in and sets them apart. Their power does not lie in grand gestures or loud proclamations. They do not shout to be heard or fight for recognition. Instead, their strength is in their calm, steady presence, a quiet confidence that exudes authority without demanding it. They move through life with unparalleled grace, navigating challenges with composure, and transforming obstacles into opportunities. Where others are consumed by the pressure to prove themselves or chase validation, the chosen ones remain above it all, untouched by the chaos that surrounds them. What truly distinguishes these individuals is their deep understanding of themselves and the world around them. Their intuition is razor-sharp, cutting through the noise to uncover truths that others overlook. They see beyond the surface, into the heart of matters, discerning layers of complexity with ease. This clarity of vision allows them to act with precision and purpose, unaffected by the distractions that derail so many. Their detachment from specific outcomes is not a sign of indifference, but of mastery. It frees them to focus on what truly matters, giving them a unique advantage in every situation. But their influence goes even deeper. Without ever raising their voices or imposing their will, they possess an almost magical ability to shift the energy around them. They inspire others to confront their own truths, to question their assumptions, and to grow. They break down power dynamics with subtlety and finesse, creating balance and harmony in ways that often go unnoticed but leave a lasting impact. Their presence is transformative, not through force, but through an unwavering authenticity that cannot be ignored. At the heart of their power is restraint, a quality often misunderstood in a world that values constant action and noise. The chosen ones know the value of conserving their energy, of waiting for the right moment to act. They do not waste their strength on battles that do not matter or victories that bring no true fulfillment. Instead, they channel their energy into what truly counts, ensuring that their actions have maximum impact. This mastery of timing and presence is what makes greatness follow them effortlessly. They do not chase after recognition or success. Instead, they embody it. Their lives are a testament to the power of self-mastery, showing that true strength lies not in dominating others, but in mastering oneself. In their stillness, they command attention. In their silence, they speak volumes. And in their actions, they shape the world around them, leaving an indelible mark. In a noisy and chaotic world, the chosen ones are a rare and inspiring presence. They remind us that power does not have to be loud to be effective. They show us that true influence comes from understanding, restraint, and an unshakable sense of purpose. By mastering their own energy and emotions, they achieve what others can only dream of: a life of profound impact and enduring legacy. Are you ready to step into this realm of understanding? To unlock the secrets that set these extraordinary individuals apart? Imagine a life where your mere presence commands respect, where your actions inspire others, and where you move through the world with an unshakable sense of purpose. This journey begins with a single step, and you are invited to take it now. Do not miss this opportunity to dive deeper into the principles that make the chosen ones unstoppable. Subscribe to this journey of discovery, like and share this message with those who need it most, and add your voice to the conversation. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or experiences. Your words could spark a transformation in someone else's life. Let us continue exploring together. The more we learn, the more empowered we become to shape our own destinies. Remember, the best is yet to come. Stay inspired, stay intentional, and never forget, your greatest potential lies within you, waiting to be unlocked. God bless you.